Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Coronation Street airs new setback in catching out killer Stephen Reid. Coronation Street has aired a new setback in catching out killer Stephen Reid. Earlier this week, Tim Metcalf had an inkling that Stephen may have been lying about his alibi when Elaine collapsed. And he was correct, since Stephen intentionally drugged Elaine in hopes of collecting her life insurance. Tim took his suspicions directly to Stephen in Friday's June 16 episode, demanding that his future stepfather explain exactly where he was when Elaine collapsed. Tim pointed out that Stephen claimed he'd gone out for bread, but had nothing with him when he showed up as Elaine was being loaded into the ambulance. Then, as if by magic, a loaf of bread turned up at his home later on. Backed into a corner, Stephen lashed out by spinning an imaginary tale where he'd supposedly picked up a new loaf of bread once Elaine was taken home from hospital. "I went out first thing this morning and bought it, so we had it fresh," the killer insisted. Tim said that he'd seen the same loaf a day earlier, only for Stephen to cook up another lie about how he'd binned a moldy loaf earlier in the day, and then picked up a new one. "I was feeling useless. I was desperate to make you better," Stephen told Elaine. Unfortunately, Elaine once again took Stephen's side and kicked her son out of her house. In spite of this setback, Tim remained skeptical and vowed to keep his eye on the dodgy Stephen. Ahead of these scenes airing, cast member Todd Boyce hinted that he didn't see anyone else on the horizon as potential victims for Stephen at this stage. "In a sense, I think he's an accidental killer. When he first killed Leo, it was actually scripted to be more of a scruffle for the phone, and then he went over," he told the Mirror. "But I decided, let's let Stephen have a little more to do with that."